What is up, ladies and gents? In today's video, I'm going to be talking all about Solana, and I'll be giving you all the reasons as to why I'm super bullish here on Solana. Of course, that includes me giving you my shorter term price predictions as well as my ultimate price targets for 2025. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that. Of course, if you're looking for a great place to trade or buy Solana, then look no further than the MEXC exchange. This is the exchange that I've been using to do my trading because they have some of the lowest fees. They don't require KYC to get started, and there's plenty of other reasons. So of course, if you want to support the channel, click in the link in the description below. You'll see this page, fill out your details, press sign up, and just like that, you're able to start trading. So thank you guys so much. Let's dive into this video. So Solana at the moment, we're going to start with the shorter term stuff and everything. But of course, first and foremost, I just want to congratulate you for being here, for clicking and viewing on this video. Of course, the markets have been down the past few days. You can see that everything on the right, for example, is red over the past 24 hours. The hype's down a little bit, but the fact that you're here tells me that you're 2 steps ahead. And these dips are some of the best times to be buying your favorite altcoins. Of course, this same video, if I made it up here after Solana pumped 2x, would have got a lot more views, but the people checking out what the hype is all about are often too late to the party, because there's people like yourselves watching these kind of videos, preparing yourselves and buying things on dips. And you'll obviously be in profit when we start making moves in the upwards direction. So congratulations again, give yourself a tap on the back for being here. On Solana, we do have this dip, and I don't think it's going to last very long. I'm extremely bullish here on Solana on the shorter term and on the longer term. Of course, we can kind of visualize what's been happening with Solana by drawing this resistance that's been in place since the end of November there, so basically a month. We have a support that can kind of be drawn a little bit like this. Now, this is not perfect by any means, but I do like how the price has interacted with the resistance and the support here, with the fact that prices came up and tested that multiple times there as a resistance, flipped, and now is a support over here as well. So we have this channel, prices are heading down in, and of course, this is actually a bullish sharp pattern. This is a falling wedge pattern. And so what we could expect to see is once we see prices do this, we expect to see some form of breakout from this falling wedge. Everything about this pattern looks perfect. If I show you the volume as well, everything about the volume looks great here on Solana. You see that as we pumped upwards, we saw volume increase. So let me just draw the line so you can visualize it a bit better. And as prices declined in price there, we can see that the volume also declined. So a really promising falling wedge here. Once we see that breakout, we should see volume increase once again. And of course, we should see a price target from this falling wedge of the first test of support and resistance, which is this. So a roughly 20% trade from where we see the breakout. Of course, the price target does vary depending on where we see the breakout, but I do think this should happen fairly soon, maybe even for a Santa rally over the coming days here on Solana. So just as an example, if it did occur on Christmas Day, where is it, 25th of December, we would see a price target there of $266, taking Solana back to its previous high. So this is something to look out for on the shorter term. What I also like is that this falling wedge could coincide with a bullish crossover on the MACD. As you can see, MACD has been bearish now since we hit that top there in Solana, and we are still heading bearish. But what we could potentially see if the prices do break out and do this is that we get a buy signal on the MACD as well. The lines cross over and they start doing something like this. So that would also be another strong buy signal in my opinion. And just another thing to look out for if we're going to be trading here on Solana. Now, of course, that's the shorter term stuff, but the longer term stuff is even more fascinating because this falling wedge could be part of a bigger pattern. And I'll show you what I mean. So basically on Solana, you know, if we go back throughout its history, let's just go on the 1 week chart so you guys can visualize that better. What we've seen here on Solana is what I believe to be a cup and handle. I do think this is quite a solid cup and handle. It kind of checks all the boxes in the sense that it forms this low dome just going across here like this. And we also see the handle pattern working really well. Now, on Solana, I've noted 2 cup and handles. Of course, you can take it how you want, but both of them do look fairly convincing. The first cup and handle is to do with these 2 points here on Solana. So this is the first one that I've been monitoring. Of course, this was before the prices headed up here. And the second one is to do with this one over here. Now, the first cup and handle, I'm going to give you the price targets for both of them, but the first cup and handle looks a bit like this. So we saw the cup formation across like this. We saw a handle that looked like this on Solana. And we saw obviously a breakout already from that cup and handle pattern. So we saw that over here at the end of October there. And of course, we get a price target from this cup and handle of this. So our price target from that cup and handle that formed originally should send the price here on Solana to $380. This is a price target that I'm looking at. And I also want to give you the price target of this second cup and handle pattern that might also be in play. Because if you have a look as well, let's just extend that dome so you guys can visualize that better. We have this kind of cup in play, but now the dome is extended to where we saw the price hit its all-time high there just a few weeks ago. We have this handle pattern occurring, which is our shorter term falling wedge, which we just talked about. And if we see a breakout from that falling wedge, that could tell us that we've seen a breakout also from this extended cup and handle pattern. Now, the exciting thing is that this price target from this cup and handle is actually quite a bit bigger. Now, let's say we see the breakout again on Christmas Day. We get that beautiful Santa rally. The price target is now $470 here on Solana. Really exciting stuff. Of course, I would put it at a market cap of around 200 and a bit billion. So that's very, very possible still in my opinion. And those are two price targets here on Solana to really, really bear in mind. Of course, everything above $260 is price discovery. So we don't have any references in previous price as to how high the price could actually go. Some levels that I am interested in though, just down to the Fibonacci levels, as these have been quite reliable for some time now on Solana. If I draw the Fibonacci levels in from where we saw the pump at the bottom there, you can see that that is actually quite well respected across the board. Have a look at how it pumped to 0.786, dropped down to 0.382 at its lowest there before extending all the way to the 1 fib. Right now, we're just sitting underneath 0.78 fib. I do believe we're at quite a solid resistance. So we're coming into, this area of trading activity, and this is going to definitely hold the prices up. There's going to be a lot of buy orders in this region over here, in my opinion. So I don't think Solana has much left to fall. Now, of course, we could see prices go a little bit lower if that 0.786 fib and this upper resistance doesn't hold. I do think the next price down, in my opinion, will be in this region here at roughly 188. If that doesn't hold, just talking about worst case scenarios, then we could hit the 0.618 fib there. So just some scenarios that I'm looking at the moment. The support is holding strong. Of course, some areas of resistance above its all-time high there could be at these fibs 1.272, 1.414 and 1.618, and the prices for those are $333, $367, just short of our price target from our first cup and handle. And ultimately the 1.618 fib, the important one, is $417. So that's how far we could extend to according to the fibs. What this could potentially mean is that we see something a little bit like this. We get back to all-time highs, for example, bit of resistance, next leg up, bit of resistance, next leg up, bit of resistance, and so on and so forth. So that's how I kind of use the Fibonacci levels here. And same goes for the downside as well. I use the fib levels as places where we might see good support for the price. So if something like this happens, then we'd expect to see the fib levels kind of holding up the price there. So basically, that's all I have to say really in this video. At the end of the day, I do have a longer term view on Solana. I do love Solana and everything about the chart. And I do think we are going to see upwards again sooner rather than later. And of course, just to summarize, the price targets that I'm looking for in the longer term are $380 from that cup and handle. the $420 here at the 1.618 fib, and ultimately $470 stemming from that larger cup and handle that I described. So thank you guys so much for watching. Do let me know down in the comments if you're holding any Solana and if you have any price targets for Solana. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video.